Okay, so today I'm going over to the junkyard to pick up that 370Z transmission I ordered. I also need to pay him for some shipping, all that stuff I shipped to Adam. I just kind of had him come up with a tally after I did all the shipping because it wasn't worth just paying individually. So I need to pay him for that. And then I'm gonna help him with like a Mini Cooper, I guess. He said it needs a mass airflow sensor. I'll try to get it running really quick. And then come back to the shop, probably work on the SC a little bit, maybe clean up the rear, put the trim and all that, like the rear seat back in and the cover for the fuel tank, because I know the fuel pump is working correctly now. I'll have to upgrade it sooner or later, but for now, it pumps fuel and the car runs good other than the ECU issue. All right, so I got a tranny on the pallet, and I need a knife. All right, so there she is, 50,000 miles. But I don't have to give a core.
Like 2,500 RPM, go to ship, it'll stay right there. Don't rev up, go down.
Yeah.
If you're revving 10,000 RPM, it's gonna stay there. It ain't going nowhere.
I'm not sure about that, but maybe. I know they like have up rev to like hold the RPM. Okay, so gonna have Mike take down the box. There's a mass airflow sensor in it, and when I was walking over here, I noticed this G35. I might get the intake off of it because it's a DC Sport one. I need one, and maybe the front fenders in the hood and the headlights. But now that green Mini Cooper right there, I'm gonna try to get it running, see what happens. Yeah, see, it doesn't have a mass airflow sensor or a battery, and probably has a blown head gasket because there's no coolant, but maybe not. Maybe the coolant bottle just leaks. Mini Cooper problems. Try to find a good battery. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it might. We'll see. Got anything? Nope, that battery's probably better. Put a battery in it, just need to put the mass airflow sensor in and see if she'll run. Leaving the junkyard and got the tranny, and I got that Mini Cooper to run. Just put a battery in it and sprayed some ether in it. So still didn't have a mass airflow sensor because I couldn't drive it around or anything, but it ran, sounded good, so he'll probably get a mass airflow sensor and get it to run a little bit better before they pull the engine and tranny and everything out, just to make sure everything's good. But now I'm going over to the shop, drop the tranny off. I might go to the machine shop guys and talk to them as well, because I need to, I want to get that whole adapter situation done relatively quick. I also need to call OS Geiken and see if I can use a Supra flywheel and bolt my OS Geiken triple plate to it, so I could use, because I have a 370Z OS Geiken clutch and I just needed to adapt to the JZ. So that'd be nice. If that all works out, then that'll be great. All right, so back at the shop, and I got the tranny all nice and tucked away and ready for whatever I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna bolt it to that 2J, so hopefully I could figure out an adapter situation, a drive shaft, and all of that good stuff. Probably tomorrow I'll call OS Geiken or somebody to see if the JZ flywheel will be able to bolt my 370Z OS Geiken clutch to, and then that'll be one more problem solved and closer to the 2J being in the car. All right, so I'm here at U-Pull. I'm going to try to get some parts from my mom's Maxima. It looked like they had 2 white Maximas, so I'm gonna go see. I just need a fender and a driver's side front door. So, I mean, hopefully they have it so I can fix that, and then she could use it, because she needs to use it to deliver donuts and stuff for her business, because she doesn't want to put miles on her new car. All right, back from U-pull, working on my mom's car a little bit. I put the other door on. I need to pull the frame a little bit. So I'll probably end up doing that maybe tomorrow with my truck. I need to find something that threads into that hole down here that I could like have a hook go to my truck. Like so I could put a chain on it and just kind of give it a few yanks. That worked very well with the G35 to pull the frame rail straight, so I was probably gonna do the same thing on this. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing is fire bricking the fireplace. What I have to do is get the base going first, so that's what is happening right now. There is a concrete poured and it should be level, but you gotta make sure that if you don't start off level, then as you build up, it'll go kind of who knows where. So I need to cut a brick for that right there. And then I'll mortar those in and then start on the next layer, and that's kind of how you go. You just build up like a wall, and then once I get up to you can see where it's kind of like crumbled right there. That's where it comes at an angle back up, so it catches the smoke. I may come down a little bit further than it was before, and maybe to like right there, that line instead. So it's more of an angle to catch more of the smoke and kind of shoot it off towards the damper, so the house doesn't actually fill up with smoke. I mean, I had a fire in here how it is right now with no bricks in there, just when my furnace was down, and I mean it was a mistake because it literally filled my house up with smoke. So now I'm going to hopefully get a pretty big dent in this today, and this is the mortar you use. It's called Saraset, and you have to mix it. It has like a binder in it. You're not supposed to dump it out, just if you guys end up using it. Yeah, so it's I don't know, this is like their name or whatever, but it's actually called Saraset, and it's 421. It's a high temp, and it does like all the stuff for fireplaces, chimneys, and stuff like that. So there's a binder in it. It's like a liquid goo. Don't dump it out if you end up doing this or using it, because if you do, then it doesn't have the binder and it won't actually do what it's supposed to. So all I did was use a mixer on a drill and Milwaukee drill, and it was really easy. So in my video I'll have the link to the Saraset and the fire bricks I used, and then the drill. I've had this for a while, but I mean it's a trooper, so I probably need to upgrade to a fuel, but I'm not really too worried about it. Still works. It's just kind of, I mean, it works good enough to almost break your wrist off. So yeah. And then these are a few of the old bricks. You can see how deteriorated they were, and that's just because they were so old, probably 100 years old. So this is going to be a nice freshen up. There's all the bricks I have for it. So I mean, the fireplace will definitely look really nice, and then once I have it done, I'll finish the edge off around the mantle with either some wood or some stone or something like that, and then this thing will be nice and ready to go. And then I have the damper. It goes like, the damper pretty much goes right here. You want there to be a lip so it catches all the smoke and then goes out the chimney. So what a damper does, it kind of, so what you're kind of building is like almost like a like an airfoil, if you want to think of it like an airplane. So as the smoke hits the back wall, it comes up through the damper, and then there's a low pressure spot that's back here because there's the it sweeps up, but then it has to go out the front of the damper, so it curls back and it pretty much makes like a vortex and then goes out the chimney. So yeah, I need to hopefully, cross my fingers, actually replicate that, because I've never really made a chimney or a fireplace like work. So definitely this will make this whole process and it'll be nice to actually be able to have a fire in here until I sell my house, because you know it's winter's coming up and it's almost Christmas, and you know, nice warm fires, actual real fires. I mean, a lot of people have the gas inserts and stuff, and I mean, if you're not allowed to have a fireplace, if you're like in a city or something like that, California I think doesn't allow them, or LA. I don't think like the East Coast allows them anymore either, but I'm not 100%. The only reason I say that is because we had so many emissions issues in like the East Coast. But a real fire during the holidays is where it's at. Those gas fires, you don't get like the sounds and the smells. So I'm gonna stop rambling, and I wish I could time lapse this, but I'll show you, like maybe I'll do like each level. I'll show you guys. Oh, and another tool I'll put a link to is this Dremel. I bought it a little while ago to do some brickwork, and it worked. It really comes in handy for a lot of stuff. So it's almost like a mini like bandsaw or circular saw, something like that, whatever you call it, but like a mini one. So I have the wood bit on here, but I also have the disc for like stone and bricks and stuff. So I'm gonna put that on there so I could cut the bricks I need. So I need that little one right there, and it works really good. You could set the height. So I'll put a link to this as well. It's called an ultra saw. Yeah. Okay, so this is as far as I got today. I need to go up to Denver to, me and Trevor are gonna get a truck. So about to do that, and then maybe tomorrow I'll finish this up. All right, so I just got in the mail today. My chimney cap finally came in, and then also the damper's in. So now I could finish the fire brick and put this on top of the fire brick, and then that on top of the chimney, so no water gets in. All right, so there's the new chimney cap. I just need to carry it up to the roof and put it on the chimney. I'm also going to seal the chimney with that more like the stuff you use on floors. I did it on my front porch, and it pretty much just repels water like those North Face jackets. So we'll see how it looks. All right, so all I'm gonna do is just like spritz this stuff on here and all the way up, and then just wipe it, and it'll be all sealed. So I'm gonna do that right now. Not sure if you could tell, but the bricks are like a shade darker now that the sealer's on it. So now when it rains, I won't have any issues with water getting the mortar wet, because it pretty much is like a repellent. It's like a plastic like mill layer, almost like when you wax a car. So now I'm gonna put the chimney cap on. Chimney cap is up there, and it's kind of nice because let's see. So I made that lip in there for the for that, about 1/2 inch. So now it's all even all the way around, so it's not going to be like a ridge almost. So hopefully no water gets in here anymore, and yeah, this looks pretty good too. I'm actually pretty excited about this. So yeah, if you look from down here, it actually looks like a functional chimney, especially keeping all that rain out. Nice. All right, so I've laid another row of bricks. I need to do the same thing. I need to cut the 2 top ones at 10 degrees, and then cut a center brick, and then cut a brick for there on both sides. So pretty much how it goes is I could do like almost 2 rows, and then I need to cut bricks. So now I'm gonna go cut bricks, and then I could come back in here and do another 2 rows, and maybe in like a couple hours I'll be all the way to the top, and then I could put the damper right on top of up there though, and put the fire mortar to kind of seal it up, And then once I'm done with all that, I could maybe test to see if I could have a fire tonight. That'd be tight. All right, so just wiped down the bricks. Now I just need to, well, the fire bricks. Now I just need to finish this row off, but I'll probably just go across with that row and then leave this side not done yet. And then I'll start on the back side because I have to get that up in there before I finish the rows of bricks. And I think my best bet is to leave this side unfinished right there. So one single row so I can kind of angle it in. All right, so I did that other row of bricks. Well, finished that row, started the other row. And then I went to put this up and I had to modify it. I just cut off a little bit because see that? Let's zoom in. Whew. That brick right there. There's one you can't see on the other side. And you can kind of see it because it's all block set. But those two were in the way because how wide it was originally. So I just cut off like ½ inch on each side, which is no big deal. So now I'm gonna throw it up in there and then do the rest of the bricks. And other than that, other than cleaning some stuff up and doing the trim around it, it'll be a functioning fireplace, I hope. Okay, just testing out the fireplace to see if the smoke's actually gonna stay out of the house. So you really can't see it, but so far it looks like all the smoke's going out. All right, so having the first fire, the real fire with wood and branches, not just paper. Yeah. So now I just need to do trim around the edge and it'll be all done. And it works.